Dude, you and I are on Untapped. I've been following you for years on there.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Well, if that's one of those
yeah.
meetings, I'm gonna get myself a beer.
Be right back.
Shit, yeah, dude.
While he's going to get a beer, we'll
Tom hit record, so Ryan walked away.
that's
well,
fine.
Tom hit record,
Yeah.
not me. I don't have any control here.
Dude, it's all good, man. This is what we do. We don't have any sort of professionalism here. We invite a guest on who's wanted to be on the show for years. We couldn't make it happen due to scheduling, and he comes on. We say hi, and then he leaves.
Yeah, goes gets beer. We were having a great conversation about robot eyes and how Richie's going to get robot eyes, like the Terminator.
He's gonna be the Richinator.
Yeah, he's going to be the Richinator.
I want to see like the overlay and stuff like they do in Terminator, and I want X-ray vision, and I want to be able to zoom, enhance, zoom,
enhance.
You don't want like the dude, you could have like the glasses though from They Live. You know, that's what it.
Yeah,
I just picked that up on 4K.
yeah. You could have the They Live glasses for an eye though.
Yeah. Oh, They Live monocle, just one eye.
Oh,
I was thinking
one eye. You get
remember
the
the
scanner built for one eye, and then you get the monocle for the other eye.
I was thinking the glass eye that guy had in it wasn't Sidekicks. What the hell was that one where he gave him the ticket and he went into the movie with Schwarzenegger and the
Last Action Hero?
yeah, thank you. Yeah, the bad guy in that was the dad from not House of Dragons, whatever the main show is called. Anyway, he had a glass eye, so he had different glass eyes throughout the whole movie. One of them was a little the happy face that says have a nice day.
Yeah. Yeah, you could have a little LED screen.
There you go.
That would be
If you're gonna
really
wear
cool.
the They Live glasses, you have to reenact a fight, though.
Yes.
Oh crap! He probably heard every
Gotta
word I
do
said
shot by
about
shot
him
to
about
make it
him
a
walking
fight.
away.
No, he did. He had his earbuds in, dude. You fucked yourself
Right.
on that. Congratulations.
Dude, I was gonna post it anyway.
Well, yeah.
I
I mean,
don't know if he's
yeah,
gonna
but
listen to it, dude.
he's not gonna fucking listen to it.
We don't
He
even
hasn't
listen to our
listened
own
any other
content
episodes.
anymore. So
I saw one that popped up in my feed, said the Richless episode or whatever. Like, I may listen to it to see what they have to say about me. Didn't listen to it at all. Just saw that it was there. Like, okay, fair enough.
I
You know what?
almost
You guys
purposely
stopped screening
titled
this
it
stuff
that
a long
just so
time
you
ago.
I still listen here and there. Like I actually watched it on YouTube. The only thing is I gotta skip the song every time.
Oh, come on, man.
Because it was cool the first time I heard it, and then I'm like, oh man, this fucking song.
I didn't even know we had a theme
Dude,
song.
I only do like 30 seconds. That's it.
Yeah, we have a theme
Oh,
song.
cool.
You would know if
Are
you
you still
listen to the
talking about
last
Are you
one.
still talking about the theme song here?
There's
Yeah.
so many better podcasts to listen to though that I don't have time to listen to ours.
Dude, I mean, listen, just at least listen to the theme song.
Okay.
Listen to
yeah, you're going to be probably just annoyed about it as Bob is apparently. So,
well, we were going to talk about overrated music, and
oh, damn.
and are we going to talk about overrated music? Are we going to talk about Tron Ares, or are we going to talk about robot sex?
All three.
All three at the same time.
Yep.
Ryan's like, why the fuck did I come on this show?
Listen, I can get into the robot sex, I guess.
Oh, he's into robots. You heard it here first, kids. Ryan Barney is into robot sex.
All right, Ryan, I do have a question though. What are you drinking?
This is Summer Unlocked. It's from Iron Hill.
Nice.
So Iron Hill Brewery, Summer Unlocked. It's
All right, we're gonna have to.
we got it about 2 weeks ago. It's been Crowler sitting in my fridge, but it's a little citrusy. Like it's very lime flavored, but it's good.
Cool.
Not complaining about it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. That's about our only I guess crossing our paths where, you and I are both pretty heavily involved on Untapped. So I see you check in things, I check in things. That's about the extent of where we've been out these last several years. But now, so one of the other people that hop on our show, we did some beer episodes, lay up a few of them last year. So we'll have to get together. I know Rich is a big beer guy too at times. Rich likes the stouts and the.
Tonight I'm drinking some high quality Deer Park.
I've got the refrigerator filter water.
I love how it went in that order. Brian's got this really great craft. I'm just drinking a general craft from Rich is like Deer Park, and Bob's like fridge water.
No, I did almost. I saw Yingling Oktoberfest at the Publix the other day, and I almost grabbed it, but I was like, I'm not gonna have any reason to drink yet. But I am gonna snag a 6 of that at least.
And man, if you think hard enough about it, there's always a reason to drink.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever recorded an episode without drinking. I mean,
yeah, I can't think of one.
No.
But anyway, so let's. What are we going to go with first? We're going to go with overrated music. We're going to go with. Let's go with Tron. Let's talk Tron real quick because I've been wanting to talk about this shit forever. Tron Ares. It's coming out. It's a sequel to Tron Legacy. Don't know how much the story is going to carry over, but essentially Jared Leto is, I think, a program from another company that there's like a competing OS to the Flynn OS, and he's trying to take over whatever. And 9 Inch Nails is doing the soundtrack, so Jeff Bridges is back.
Yeah, you sold me on 9 Inch Nails. That's all I needed to hear. That's awesome.
Now, so do we go from there to overrated music?
Well, I mean, you already said your most overrated song was our podcast theme song. So,
well, that's true. But I mean, real music that other people have heard besides us.
I just heard it for the first time, so not even all of us have heard it.
I don't think I've ever heard it. So,
yes.
Well, I mean,
it sounds like I'm hoping this is what happened. It sounds like Tom just paid somebody on Fiverr to put something together.
No,
dude, that's all they are.
Fair enough. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, dude, I'm too cheap to pay anybody. What are you talking about?
Johnny Bench got in there. That's all that matters.
That's true. Johnny Bench. Yeah, Johnny Bench is mentioned, right?
Yep.
See.
Yeah. So, Ryan, because you don't know, we killed Johnny Bench like 3 times on the show, and then he became a regular guest.
Oh, really?
And so, yeah, Rich, you got him on the line there, bud?
No, he's taking the week off. But we will just say that he is the world's greatest coxman, but it's a little old school in his political and racial views.
Yeah, but he's
really?
He is quite the lady man.
And I think we found out that he's not from the South, but he speaks with a really thick Southern accent because it's funny.
Yes.
Like
he has done
Johnny Bench.
Yeah, he's done several
awesome.
Blue Emu reads on our show, as well as another blue product.
Let's just say this: when Rich gets Johnny Bench on, I have a lot of homework to do in the editing department.
Yeah, this.
Oh, really?
This is true. Yeah, Tom is our editor because
that's what happens when Rich drinks during the podcast.
Yeah,
Johnny Bench comes out.
Yeah, when Rich is drinking bourbon, Johnny Bench tends to make an appearance.
So, how exactly did this happen?
We were talking with Kara's husband AJ, and somehow or another, Johnny Bench got brought up, and I think one of us just said "rest in peace" or something like that because we thought he was dead.
What?
And then it turned out that he wasn't actually dead. So
And
then he became a recurring character on the show.
Yeah, I probably just started riffing because I don't think I knew who Johnny Bench was.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then they talk about sports, and I kind of just drift anyway.
Yeah, I see.
Football.
But that was like
multiple personalities.
over 3 years ago, and gosh, probably over 200 episodes ago that started. So
Dear Lord.
Yeah.
yeah.
Although the fuckface
Billy
Oh.
Ripken. Very nice.
Oh,
All right,
man.
so who wants to go first on an overrated song?
I did absolutely no homework, so anyone else,
Well,
please.
yeah. No homework on this side, but
All right,
actually, so I'll get started though.
Go ahead.
And Bob, you kind of know where I land on this one.
Oh yeah.
I remember a while back we went to an Alice in Chains concert, and that fucking Rooster song.
All right. So
Whoa.
Yeah,
Shots
out
fired. I
it's
like it.
good. It's
But
good. But
I'm gonna say
I
something
mean,
though.
yeah.
I found out what that song's about,
Mhm.
and now I have a lot more respect for it.
It's not about
Okay.
male chickens.
It's not. No, it's about his
No.
dad. It's about his dad when his dad
Okay.
was in Vietnam, and how they were. His dad's nickname was Rooster, and they were coming to kill the Viet Cong. Were coming to kill him. That's why it's here. They come to snuff the rooster. No,
Mhm.
he ain't gonna die.
Oh,
So I don't talk shit on that song.
okay.
But
Wow.
no, it's cool. It's cool. It's all personal preference here.
Yeah.
We're not here to
We
judge.
came out firing. We came out firing.
Yeah, you did. I'm gonna come out firing as well. Hotel
Ryan, your first
California.
What?
Hotel California.
Oh, well, I mean,
Fuck that song.
you know what's funny though? It's like the four of us didn't make any. The other three of us, I should say, didn't make any. I guess disagreements of that, because like that. I mean, the only version of that song that I really like is in the Big Lebowski. So
Yeah, I was gonna say the Spanish version, whatever.
yeah, the actual song, I agree 100%. That'd be on my list.
I heard a ska version of it that I kind of liked, but by and large, fuck that song. Anybody who else? Rich, Tom?
Rich, you got anything before I do? Because I'm still kind of contemplating.
Anything by U2. Sunday Bloody Sunday. There we go. Just pick the biggest one off the top of my head. I just don't like U2.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, well,
that's how I feel about Bro Country.
Potato Man. Oh, or the I don't know who does it. Maybe it's Rihanna. I have no idea. But that song that was a big hit a couple years ago, the umbrella thing, where it's just the word umbrella over and over and over again, repeated, and somehow became a hit.
Yeah, that's Rihanna.
Yeah. Okay.
If Bink were here, I would obviously attack him with this one because I obviously hate Dave Matthews. Brian, my apologies if you're a big DMB fan. Good for you.
Fan.
You're in. Yeah. So one of my really good friends here is a huge. Yeah, actually, he's a big beer guy too. And we agree on a lot of stuff. Like he's a big beer guy. He's a big ECW fan. Like, we're big sports fans, big video game fan, everything, except he's a huge Dave Matthews fan. And he tries to get it on me every time that we have.
Well, let me start by saying this. There's some of them left.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 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 And so the one thing he tries to get me on anytime we're having to go out for work or something, he'll, like, first song comes on something Dave Matthews all the time. And he just does it to piss me off. And which is, I just laugh at this point, but no, anything by them to me. See,
it pissed him off, man.
He must have been the DMB fan and said, screw that. That's my big one. I don't know.
All right.
Guess we'll circle back to you until Ryan pops back on.
All right. So I kind of want to save this one until he gets back on. So I'm gonna jump down to Who Let the Dogs Out by the Baja Men. Because that song
So
fucking.
Do you have any background on that? Like Who Let Them Out?
It doesn't matter. The song fucking blows.
So
Terrible song.
all right, let's consult our old friend AI here, because AI hasn't made an appearance on the show in a while.
That's true.
So we're gonna ask AI who let the dogs out.
That's a good idea.
And
Bob's sister just let the dog out a little while ago before we started.
Yeah, but I got him back in.
Okay.
all right. So the first thing I typed in, it gave me nothing. It just said, "That's a funny thing." Basically, no, it basically just said that's a classic question posed by the popular song by the same name, Baha Men. The answer is usually left up to the imagination, but it's a fun way to start a sing along or get people thinking. Yeah. Okay. So I said, give me a funny answer. It said the dog whisperer, but he's not very good at keeping them in. Want to hear another one?
No, that was fucking terrible. Tell AI it's that was bad and it should feel bad.
That was a bad answer, and you should give me my time back.
Guess who's back again?
No, you should have told it should feel bad. I really want to see what happens when you tell AI that it should feel bad.
Yeah, so we replaced you briefly with AI.
It wasn't fun.
No. Bob mentioned that one of his most overrated songs was "Who Let the Dogs Out." So I popped on Gemini and said, "Okay, who let the dogs out?" They've got some really terrible answers.
That's pretty
right.
funny. I like that.
All right,
I don't
so
know what the hell
up
just
now,
happened there. My entire computer just went down. I can't see you guys yet, but yeah, I'm back.
All right. Do you have another song
weird.
while you're waiting? Or?
Well,
usually
I just want to
Bob
respond.
will
So we with the whole thing with I'm kind of going backwards, obviously, because I got booted. But the whole thing with Dave Matthews, I can't believe that that is still like kind of a thing, because he had a moment for sure. You know, but he was everywhere, and it's just kind of weird that there'd be a guy who would just pop a Dave Matthews Band song. It's like, dude, you got to check this out.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I get it with the Fish fan base crossover to Grateful Dead. So maybe it's just and look, I'm not. It's funny. My daughter plays the violin, and I know DMB brings in a violinist, and they have that all going. It's great. I love it. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like the music at all. So
yeah.
I mean, it's the same way I can say, you know what? I think Celine Dion's a hell of a singer. I do, but I don't like anything that she sings. And if you want to talk about overrated songs, probably the most number one of all time is "My Heart Will Go On." So I mean, I can respect the work. I don't have to respect it as a personal taste. I mean,
100%. That makes perfect sense.
My sister just went to get on a plane to fly to Kentucky and throttle you for that answer, by the way.
For what?
For saying that you think that song's the most overrated song ever.
Is that your favorite song, Bob?
No, my sister, you dumbass.
Oh, I thought you just said that was your favorite song.
No. I said my sister.
I thought you said she was sending her assistant.
Had an assistant, then that would change a lot of things.
You wouldn't be doing this.
Right.
Doesn't Celine Dion have some kind of stony face disease or something?
Yeah, she's got a degenerative disorder of some kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said she had a horse face disease.
Oh, stony face.
Oh, I was gonna say, fuck, dude, that's fucked up.
Oh, no. The horse face one is that one that Sarah Jessica Parker. She has the horse face disease.
Yes, she does. Because she's a horse face. All right, who's got another song that's overrated?
I think it's Back with the Rich, right? I'm gonna boot you in 5 seconds. I'm just kidding.
Dead air.
Dead air. When I go to the gym, I put on the 90s workout mix on Apple Music, and it's all hip hop with some other Gangster's Paradise on there. And I think that's an overrated song that I usually skip when it comes on the thing. One, I don't think it's fast enough to be put on a workout mix, and two, it's just I was sick of it when it came out, when Dangerous Minds came out, and I don't ever have to listen to it ever again.
What about the Weird Al version?
I was gonna ask the same thing.
That's definitely better. And then the original Stevie Wonder, I forget what the original one was called. But that's pretty good too. Yeah.
All right. I mean, I agree it shouldn't be on a workout mix, but I do like that song. But
So he's gonna hop on a plane again back up there just to kick your ass, Rich.
There you go.
no, if I hop on a plane, I ain't coming back. So,
what's not
all right.
overrated though is DMX is also on there, and that definitely is something that gets you like you want to fight somebody when DMX comes on.
Oh yeah. You want to fight somebody with like, look, man, I'll never say a DMX song is overrated, but sometimes I don't want to hear it. I'll say that. But I respect DMX too much to say, rest in peace, DMX. I do respect him too much to say that any song is overrated. Who's up next?
We go back to you or Ryan. I mean, I'm good with.
All right, you go next, Bob. Because I'm like I said, I had no homework here, so
I'm gonna hit you at Margaritaville.
Oh,
dude, boo.
The guy only has 2 songs. You're going to take one away from him.
Fuck Jimmy Buffett. That's what I say.
What?
Yeah,
you're disrespecting the dead, man.
I'm gonna go shit on his grave.
Damn.
How about that?
See, you're really saying that because you think you're safe now that you're out of Florida. If you were in Florida and you said that, they'd be breaking into your house.
You got to keep in mind also, the further north you go, the more you're going to get some flack on that too, because we all wish we were down south.
Yeah, well, fuck Jimmy Buffett.
Okay, so I have an option here. It says remove from the call. Huh.
That's the one that gets it.
They do put that option with the moderator, don't they?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You went for Jimmy Buffett's throat.
That's the song that gets it.
You didn't just go from one of the two. You went for the one.
Yeah, dude. Like sometimes that song and Cheeseburger in Paradise go through my general playlist. So
the only 2 songs he has, so you can't take the one away from him.
Exactly.
He does have Let's Get Drunk and Screw. That's a good one.
Yeah, he's got a few good ones.
The only thing I'll say for Jimmy Buffett, he did a cover of Mac the Knife with Frank Sinatra, and it's actually really good. I do have that, and that goes through my playlist every once in a while. But aside from that, no.
What about all the stuff you did with the stocks and Berkshire Hathaway and all that other stuff?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Talk about Warren Buffett, but that's okay.
Warren. Yeah, okay.
You got the wrong Buffett.
I didn't know that Jimmy Buffett did a whole lot of stock trading and shit. But
oh man, that one hurts right here, Bob, right where it counts.
Ooh.
Well, let's see how. All right, you know what? I'm gonna keep going then. Keep going because I'm gonna twist this knife as much as I can. Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond. Fuck that song.
No, I don't. I mean, I like the song, but I'm not not like a big Neil Diamond fan. So,
here's why I'm going to jump to the defense of that song. And there's really only one good reason to jump totally to the defense of that song. When it comes to songs that you can just kind of rip out at a bar or something like that and really kind of get everyone vibing, that's a song, right? Because it really is just one of those, because it's got that chorus that everyone just gets, you know what I mean? So you can take a crowd and kind of flip them with just that song. So I'll jump to the defense on that song for that reason.
I hear that song and it makes me want to punch a baby.
Oh.
Well, maybe that's a you problem,
though. Responsible for babies getting punched, Ryan?
No, I don't think you do either.
Well, no, you're right. I don't want to go to jail.
So I'll play counterpoint to Bob only on the fact, back to Bob anyway, I should say. Do you hate that song because of the association with the Boston Red Sox?
That is 95% of it.
I knew it. I'm just trying to put Rich to sleep, by the way. Since that song
Are you so you throwing Tessie in that group too?
You fuck Tessie.
That
fuck the Murphys. Hey, fuck the Murphys for that song and that song only. Everything else Dropkick Murphys do is fantastic, but fuck Tessie. And that comes from somebody who bought the album Tessie when it came out. because it was in the MVP baseball soundtrack, and I was like, oh yeah, you know what? The Red Sox, they finally won their one World Series. That's great. And then they became gigantic douchebags, and I couldn't fucking take it anymore. So fuck them.
So did Boston? They were probably already gigantic douchebags. It just became nationwide at that point. So
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. All right. So here's the final one on my list. Besides Bro Country, besides Bro Country and mumble rap, is Mele Kaliki Maka, and I don't give a fuck who sings it. Fuck that song,
dude. What?
Fuck that! You're reaching for the Christmas albums now.
Fuck
too,
Christmas Vacation.
Feliz Navidad. Fuck them all.
What the
I like
heck,
Christmas
man?
music, but those two songs can die in a fire.
Good lord.
Oh.
I'm noticing a particular bent against anything tropical themed.
Yeah.
No, this is stuff in a foreign language. This is about racism.
No, Mele
That's
Kaliki
what it is, I
Maka.
see it. Okay. So
No,
both.
no, it ain't.
It's both. It's
not
about
racism.
color and it's about the weather.
It's not racism.
Bob
It's about
hates
the
brown
tropical
people.
bullshit.
What we're saying.
I hate
Man.
tropical bullshit. I hate it.
Dude. Killing me.
I'm
That's,
not the
you know-
racist on this show. That's Richie.
That's a great song for Hawaii.
I gave
mean, it
DMX
really is.
respect. You're shoving Jose Feliciano. I don't know who does. You're shoving that other guy under the bus.
Oh
Who's the
no,
Feliz
you know what?
Navidad?
I'll say. All right. I'll take Feliz Navidad out of it because Feliz Navidad can be good, but Mele Kaliki Maka sucks ass.
Damn.
I got one while we're going here. Wagon Wheel can suck a dick.
Rock me, baby, like a wagon wheel. All right, yeah, that song.
Everyone seems to
Yeah.
love it, man, but it's music fodder.
Yeah, I get that.
They came up with
it's an
something that
I think
worked,
it's
and
an
everyone kind of
okay
just
song.
kind of chant along. It's not good.
I feel like it's an okay song, but I could see where if you work in a bar or if you work in like somewhere where they play it a lot, it would get annoying as fuck. Yeah. So,
Every
no,
every other band that we book plays that song at least once. It's annoying. It's obnoxious, and the song's not great. It's not good.
fair enough.
So
Why does this guy look like Hootie?
Because Hootie sang it.
because it's Hootie. It is Hootie.
Yeah. Hootie covered it.
Yeah.
So did everyone else with a guitar.
And I think that's you're on to, and Bob, you mentioned, with Sweet Caroline as well. So, and even though that, you kind of have different outcomes on those songs and how we all feel, but yeah, if you are in that setting and you hear certain things, and I learned that working at a music shop 20 years ago, certain things just drove me nuts. And that was originally the reason why Dave Matthews drove me crazy. Because it was like one of the CDs we like the albums, like one of the only things we were. Yeah, like it was just like it was one of the only things that was in the disc changer. So like that, that was like one of the only things that we were able to listen to, and it was like you're probably driving customers away, but
Right.
now I think we can go. You can go for a while. You really think. You go back in our older episodes, we did a really cool multi-episode thing called the Bracket of Bad, and we really dove in on music as one of the things and really talked about songs that we hated. And I think we've kind of recovered a couple of those things, which is kind of funny. But, there's just so much out there that, whether it's through popularity or just overplaying, and that's why I think, Bob, I think your answers are funny with that, with Mele Kaliki Maka and, your Jimmy Buffett hate. But it also goes back to your kind of hatred of, like y'all said, something tropical. So
I don't even think Mele Kaliki is overplayed. Like, I don't know. There's that Mariah Carey one's played more, or the Paul McCartney one's played more. I think there's worse Christmas.
Oh. So this is Christmas. Fuck that song in the
Oh,
ass.
this is Christmas. What have
That
they
song.
done? And then the other one, the one that Do They Know It's Christmas?
Yeah. Do
Or
they?
Simply
Yeah.
Having One. Yeah,
No,
they all
there's
suck.
certain good
Yeah.
Christmas songs.
I thought you were talking about the one about like Christmas in Africa or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. Wait,
No,
Christmas in
look,
Africa?
if you're going to talk,
Huh?
yeah, I think that's the one that Richie was sort of referring to. Like, do they
It's,
know
do, do
it's
they know it's
Christmas?
Christmas? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I mean,
I
look,
agree.
if we're going to talk about Christmas songs that need to go away, that Mariah Carey one's got to go. It's got to go.
100% agreement.
I did hear, I heard a really good mashup though of that with "Welcome to the Black Parade" by My Chemical Romance.
Ain't no reason. There's no reason to forgive that song, regardless of how good the mashup is. Bob, back away.
All right, yeah, all right. That's not a hill I'm willing to die on. So
I have 3 Christmas albums that come out every Christmas. It's John Denver and the Muppets, Twisted Christmas by Twisted Sister,
I've got them.
and the greatest one of all time is the Bob Dylan's Christmas album. Because I always find it funny when a Jew does Christmas songs, and he's just. I love Bob Dylan. I've spoken of I love, but these songs are horrible. Like you listen to him sing, it's some of the worst stuff ever, and it's awesome because of it.
Oh, Merry Christmas. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Here comes Santa. Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Okay.
Yeah, no, I do. Look, I have respect for Bob Dylan, but I cannot listen to Bob Dylan.
Yeah, I think we've brought Bob Dylan up before as somebody that we really just don't dig a whole lot. I mean, again, respect the man, respect the work, but
No,
not for me.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree with you wholeheartedly. Matter of fact, it's a tough conversation to have with my wife because she's a fan. But like, there are a handful of songs that I'll just fine, absolutely, I will 100% jump on board. But body of work, can't understand half of it anyway.
Yeah, I think his son's got a better voice.
yeah, I'm just I don't know. It's funny. Dylan actually played. I would say it was probably within the last 15 years. The college I went through here in Western Kentucky, which is crazy. Like, why would he play that? But then I guess he did that. I guess he went around to.
He did a small.
You know why? Because it's called Murray State, so he thought it was an old Jewish guy.
It could have been. Could have been.
That's why.
Could have been. No, again, he's one that I like I said, I can respect the work and respect the man, but just not for me. And I don't know. But if you talk about Rich, you're talking about Christmas stuff real quick. As far as the Christmas albums you bring out, you said Bob, and I was like, ooh, I hope he says Bob Rivers now. That's what my mom had got me years ago into Bob Rivers, and to kind of go back to Bob, your Feliz Navidad, Bob Rivers did Please Stop My Car. And so the funny thing is I've raised my kids on all this like Christmas stuff that's not real. It's based off like, normal Christmas songs, but it's all Bob Rivers related. So they don't know the real words to like Christmas songs. They know like, but that's how I grew up. So that's how I was going to raise my own kids, Yeah, they don't know the real words.
You know what's funny? One of the best Christmas albums I've heard in a long time is Bad Religion.
100%.
They do it's like traditional Christmas songs, and they do them the way that like basically make them sound punk, but it doesn't ruin the song. It doesn't like it's something that you could listen to if your parents are into harder rock. You could listen to it with them, and they wouldn't, like, even if they were super Christian, they wouldn't find it offensive because they stay true to the actual song, and which is kind of funny, being that it's Bad Religion. But
yeah, no, I agree. I remember you sent that to me years ago, and I was like, oh, I got to check this out. I love Bad Religion, one of my favorite bands. And I at the time I had no idea that they were doing a Christmas album. And I dig it because you're right. It's exactly right. They go word for word. It's traditional Christmas music, and they just do it their way, and it's really, really good. Definitely worth a listen around the holiday season.
Yeah, that, and then obviously the the Philly special Christmas albums that came out are phenomenal. Yeah,
Rich had them on vinyl.
But does he have a robot that can play it?
Probably.
Which brings us to our next subject. for the show that Ryan has not been able to contain his excitement for. Rich, you asked us a question via text in the group chat about robots and sex. So why don't you?
Well, it actually started out a little more innocent and then veered into robot sex. Robot sex kind of okay. Let me go back to the chat to see what the basis of the question was. Why do okay? I got to go back to the.
You definitely have to make sure you get the wording right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna do, Bob? I'm gonna refill all the dead air with our theme song.
There you go. It was. You see, now I can't find
dead air.
It was more like why. I've been watching. Okay, we gotta. I'm sorry. I've been watching a lot of '70s sci-fi stuff. Going back and rewatching '70s sci-fi. So I went through all of Buck Rogers, which was awesome for the first time. I'm almost done Battlestar Galactica. Black Hole came up, and of course Star Wars. And I was thinking about Star Wars is basically in Black Hole. You have the robot Vincent, who's voiced by Roddy McDowall, who comes off as kind of effeminate and swishy, I guess. Maybe effeminate is just a better way to put it, or a little sassy. And it's like you look at Lucifer from Battlestar Galactica, who was voiced by Jonathan Harris, who was also Dr. Smith in Lost in Space, who again comes off as kind of this effeminate British kind of sassy robot. And it's like, why somebody had to program the robots to be that way? And it got me thinking back to, of course, they're all like that because they're all ripping off Star Wars. So we go back to Christopher Daniels or whatever his name was, who played Anthony Daniels, who apparently isn't gay. But then again, we don't know. He's married. It could be one of those purple marriages or whatever. I don't want to get into it. But
long
again,
time to keep up the act.
All of popular media writes them out as being R2D2 and CP3O as gay robots. So whatever. So I started thinking, well, not only that, but they feel pain. And they're afraid of pain, because if we go back to Return of the Jedi, you have this whole torture chamber on Jabba's barge where, like, he's torturing droids. So somebody had to program the robots to know what pain is, to be afraid of pain, and to want to inflict, at least that one robot, to want to inflict pain on other robots. And then I was thinking the sex thing came up with Tweaky. Tweaky from Tweaky just a lot of shit. Like the guys in MST3K, they make fun of him a lot. There's some great stuff in there. Like even Tweaky, yes, even Tweaky. I love Tweaky. There's an episode of the show where Tweaky gets horny for a female version of himself. Another robot of his whatever. I think her name was Tina. It doesn't really matter. Like he wants to get with her. And then it got me thinking to like, well, they can't procreate. So it's got to be, again, for maybe just some kind of physical pleasure. It would be one thing, like whenever Tweaky hit on Aaron Gray, Wilma, you could say, well, Tweaky was programmed to be Buck's buddy to help him acclimate to the 25th century after going through 500 years a time, whatever. Maybe he was just programmed to hit on it. But that doesn't explain why he wants to go have sex with another robot. Who's programming these robots to feel and have sex? Like somebody's got to sit there and do that. And it's just like, I'm just really thinking about it. Yeah. And it just kind of, I actually Googled about the Star Wars robots, and some people are saying, well, some of them might be force sensitive and that gives them things there. But again, that whole brings in the midichlorian thing. We don't even want to go into that. But it's like, well, maybe you give them the ability to feel pain because they have the ability to feel senses around them to do their jobs better. But the pain thing is a whole nother thing. You can have them feel stuff without saying, oh, this feeling of stuff is really bad and hurts. So what kind of So I really got into it, and that's kind of And then Bob turned it into a whole sexual thing.
Bob did.
Yeah.
Bob did. No, because I seem to remember somebody saying in there, and it wasn't me. Let me look back. Something about maybe the creator really liked watching midgets or little people have sex.
I did say that. Like that's one of the reasons why you would make him a horny robot tweaky anyway.
Yeah. See,
so are they programming these robots to go through an act because he wants to watch them do it? Which again is why would you program that unless you're getting something out of it?
I just think it's robot dominance. Robot is like trying to show its dominance over the other robot, like a dog.
You can argue that they developed emotions through artificial intelligence, and maybe the if we look at the positronic brains by Asimov there, but that doesn't explain, like, you have to build robot nerves and stuff for them to be able to feel like the actual sensations of touch and stuff like that.
What if they've evolved?
What if they just know what certain actions are supposed to produce and they're just faking it?
Yeah.
Maybe all robots have actually evolved from sex toys.
Well, didn't they have a whole land in AI that was used sex bots? That movie was horrible, by the way. I haven't seen it.
I've never seen it. Yes, they did. The AI, the one with Will Smith, right?
No. That was
iRobot.
Yeah.
No, AI.
That was Haley Joel Osment, and I can't think of who played Gigolo Dan, Gigolo something. That
Gigolo
was Jude Law.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jude.
And
I feel like that premise has been explored. I think the reason that iRobot came to mind is because I think there's another scene in that where there's like a whole society of like robots, cast off androids or whatever, that kind of made their own society because they weren't needed. They've been replaced. So I think that's been sort of explored a little bit in different media where, what do you do with the cast offs? What do you do with the ones that have been replaced? So, and if you're in Bob's case, if we're talking about used sex robots, maybe they just open their own, high-tech brothels.
Well, that was Cherry 2000 when Melanie Griffin. Yeah, she was the guy's sex robot broke down and he needed parts for her, so he had to hire somebody to go out into the wasteland to find this obsolete sex robot.
The funny thing is about all this, the reason I haven't said much, you guys, whenever Richie sent those messages, I was like super busy at work. And the next thing I look at my phone, there's like 14 messages about robot sex. And I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? Like, I'm not even going to respond. I'm going to no-sell this. Like, I know it's going to end up on the pod. I don't have any idea. I'm just going to do what I do best and just ignore it because I don't know what the hell's going on.
Well, Ryan and I on Thursday when we were at Nippers, I'm like, yo, do you want to be on the show? And now he's like, okay, what are we going to talk about? And I'm like, I don't know. This is the idea that Richie had, and I read him the whole fucking text thread, and he's like, I don't know that I'm going to have much to add to that.
Oh, like, yeah, okay, I got the thread up here. So I said, even like, let's say they were programmed to have personalities, like Marvin from the Hitchhiker's, that would explain them being scared of pain. But the actual pain, you'd actually have to give them nerves and program them to know that it's bad. So, like, you're some kind of evil robot sadist guy, yeah.
All right. So, I mean, if we're going to talk about the philosophy behind it, I mean, like, think like the Alien movies. Every time they introduced the android in the Alien movies, they always turned out to be some sort of extension of the person who was in charge, right? So, like, I think the most recent that I can think of off the top of my head is in Prometheus. You guys seen Prometheus as bad as it was?
No, I haven't seen. I've never seen an Alien movie.
Wow, that's weird.
So Prometheus, so Prometheus acts as a prequel to the whole Alien franchise. And there's an android in there because that's the whole. If you guys remember any of the Alien franchise, it's all about like how a greedy corporation messes around where they're not supposed to mess around. They wake up the xenomorphs, and then all hell breaks loose, right? So Prometheus, what's that?
Weyland-Yutani.
Right, exactly. So Prometheus is the prequel to that, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Weyland is actually a character in that, as like the original guy, right? The guy who's like dying, and he has an android on board named David, and David is his whole mission is to basically use that mission that they're on to find a way to save Weyland, right? So he's acting counter to everyone's plans. Point is, though, that he is the subject of the people who programmed him, right? So if we're going to talk about the philosophy behind how these androids or robots act in any form, it all stems from who has their hands on the technology, right? So if you have a guy who's a little lonely building his androids and he wants a partner, even one that just kind of like vibrates a hand, there's the origins of your horny robots.